Joseph Anthony Rosa. Oh, I'm sorry. It's Joseph Anthony of the House of Rosa. And I am not joking when I consider him the funniest sovereign citizen of all. It is not an exaggeration to say that me and my wife used to sit down, have a glass of wine, and just listen to him go. In this video, he's going to call the Marion County clerk because he's getting evicted. So take her away, Joseph. Oh, by the way, I'm not going to be interrupting very often here. And yeah, the little chirping is his smoke detector. Of course. Hello out there. I am trying to get through.
With cold, blunt analysis cradled in the warmth of reasoning, it's time for Johnny Walker Dread to straighten you out on a thing or two. Emanating all the way from exciting Las Vegas, Oklahoma, it's time for the Johnny Walker Dread Show.
Okay, what is it that I can do for you?
I would like to know what happened on the motions that was filed on the third.
Actually, the writ of possession was signed today.
No, that's not what I asked. What happened with the motion?
You don't have to be rude to me, sir. I'm just trying to help you.
I'm not being rude. I asked you a question, and you telling me something else. What I asked was, what
You
happened?
asked me what happened on the motion. That's what happened on the motion. The order.
Yeah, I didn't think he was rude, but whatever. That writ is going to have him evicted. And so to try to stave off the eviction, he filed a whole bunch of motions. He's under the impression that the judge can't evict him until he decides on his motions. But the judge said, yeah, it doesn't quite work like that. You're being evicted. I'll look at your motions later. And of course, there's a reason for this. If you're being evicted, all you had to do is just keep filing motion after motion, and they could never throw you out. But no, it's completely up to the judge to decide when he's going to take up your motions.
The writ was ordered on what motion?
Well, probably on the plaintiff's motion.
Okay, so
I mean, if you're the defendant...
What I'm asking, I'm not a defendant. What I'm asking is...
Okay, well then what party are you to the case?
What I'm asking is...
I cannot give you information if you're not party to the case.
Excuse me. I'm asking what... Now you're lying to me. And now you're lying to me.
How am I lying to you?
Because I've never had this issue before. So why all of a sudden is the issue now?
What do you mean you've never had this issue before?
I'm going to ask again, the motion that was filed on the 3rd, what happened with those motions?
A motion for default? That's the motion.
A motion to show cause regarding criminal coercion, motion for equitable estoppel, 2 of them.
Just a moment, so let me look down through here.
He doesn't understand what an estoppel is. He thinks it means to stop something. And the other one just sounded bizarre. Remember, he's a sovereign citizen. They don't really understand what they're doing.
Hold on just one moment. Can you hold for just a moment? Sir,
Yes.
if you'll hold on just a moment, I'm going to transfer you to someone who can help you, okay?
Who are you transferring to?
I'm transferring you to Greg.
Right.
So hold on just one moment.
Clerk's office, this is Greg.
Hang up, Greg. Hang up while you still have your sanity.
What is your job title there, Greg?
I'm general counsel to Mr. Ellsperman, the clerk.
Oh, man. Why did they transfer me to you? I had a question. I guess you're the one who's going to answer it.
What is your question?
You don't know what the question is. You don't know what the situation that's going on, nothing.
The situation, as it was told to me, was you have some questions about some of your filings and what the status is. Is that correct?
I want to know what happened on the motions that were filed on the 3rd.
The case information that I see reflects that they are still pending, which means they have not been ruled upon. Our standard practice would be, and my understanding is what we did here was when such motions were filed, they were forwarded to the judge for his review and consideration. So,
the motions have not been ruled upon, but a writ of possession has been handed out.
Yeah, the last thing I see the judge having entered was an order directing us to do that. Yeah, an order to issue the writ dated February 27th.
But no, the thing is, none of the motions that were ever filed nothing has ever happened to them. Why is that?
Well, that would be what I just said, that once you file the motions, they're sent up to the judge for his consideration.
Every motion for his consideration. So every motion since the beginning of the case that was entered nothing has happened on them. So you're telling me he got every single motion still waiting to be...
I don't know if that's accurate, but everybody that is filed would be sent up to him for his consideration.
Again, how can a writ of possession be handed out if these motions have not been ruled upon or anything was made, anything has been done upon these motions?
But the filing of motions after the issuance of the order,
there was motions before
the filing of the motions would not prevent us from issuing the writ.
There was motions before the order, and none of them nothing has happened with none of the motions that were before the order or even after the order.
Okay,
which is a void order anyways, because he has failed to act in accordance to ecclesiastical law.
But that has no bearing on us doing what? That has no bearing on the clerk's office.
So criminals are allowed to engage in criminal activity, and the clerk goes along with it?
No, I wouldn't agree with that. But if a judge directs us to issue such writ, we're going to do it.
Again, I don't comprehend.
Well,
so why was it delayed? Why was it delayed? You can't explain it, huh? So why?
Explain it even clearer than that. If you can't understand it, sir, that's your problem.
No, it's not my problem. No,
yes, it is.
What I want to know is why was the writ delayed for so long?
I have no idea. It would be when the party.
I was told that you had information about this case.
Well, you're not understanding my answers.
Because you're talking gibberish to me, man. You're not making sense to me. There were motions before any order. There's motions.
Right. The filing of motions doesn't prevent the issuance of the writ.
A motion moves the court to act in some kind of manner, and the court has yet to move in any kind of manner on any of the motions that have been filed. On any of the motions that have been filed,
that's between you and the court.
A judge has yet. So why am I speaking to you?
Well, you have to talk to the judge.
I just called the clerk of the courts, and you tell me it's between me and the court.
I speak on his behalf.
So why are you telling me now to speak to the judge? I don't understand what you're saying, man. I don't comprehend your lingo game here, what you're doing, because I was just trying for you to give me information about this case, and you're not giving me no information. Are you telling me that none of the motions have been ruled upon, or nothing has been done upon any motion since the beginning of the case? But yet the order still went through.
Yeah, right. We were ordered to issue a writ. I told you we did that by the judge.
What judge? What judge? There has yet to be a judge in this case yet.
Judge Ullman.
No judge has yet to present herself at this case.
That's not true. There was an order entered in late February granting the motion for writ of possession.
Again, there has not been a judge in this case yet. A judge is bound by ecclesiastical law, and he is bound. He must rule according to evidence.
Ecclesiastical law?
And also pull up the court record where it shows the correspondence address where you're supposed to send it to, and read that to me too. Hold on a second, sir.
It's going to get good now. This concerns the mailing of a refund of some sorts to him. I'll explain in a moment.
Here you go. Let's see, to 15842 Southwest 27th Avenue Road, Ocala, Florida 34473.
So you sent it to a fictitious address, and who did you send it to?
Joseph Anthony Rosa.
So you sent it to a fictitious name also, okay. Now look up the court record and see what the court record says where you're supposed to send it to. Matter of fact, get the document which was supposed to be recorded, which you denied to record, and now you're keeping the money, stealing the money. The check, you're keeping the check. Look at that document at the very top and see what the address says you're supposed to send it to after it's been recorded.
The document came from a Joseph Anthony with the seal House of Rosa.
And where was it supposed to be returned to?
I believe it was to be returned to that address.
I asked what you believe. I just asked you. You just read the information, some of the information, part of the information. I asked, what was it supposed to be sent back to? The information, because it's right in front of you. But now you want to play your jester games, huh?
No.
Yeah, you want to play your jester games, huh?
You're not going to give me another address to send it to?
You have the address. So you're keeping the check. So the clerk of the court is now stealing checks.
Sir, that is your address in the file, the court file. That is in your case.
Read me where it says to
Doesn't have an address on it.
Yeah, right. Jester
Doesn't.
Games. Jester Games. Fucking Jester, man. You're a jester, man. The document, right, the motion is right on top of equitable estoppel has where you're supposed to send it to. The cover page has where you're supposed to send it to. But yet the clerk wants to keep on engaging in criminal activities.
No.
Yes, the clerk does. And it's probably on the behest of you, because you're the jester. So you're probably the one that's
Sir,
entire.
hey, wait a second. Your envelope in which those documents came say 15842 Southwest 27th Avenue Road.
Read the whole entire thing, sir. Don't play Jester games with me, Jester. Read the whole envelope, what it says, sir. Because I know what it says.
The only thing I see other than that is temporary post location.
Temporary post location.
But
what
that's
else?
the address.
What else?
Care of 15842 Southwest 27th Avenue Road, what I just said.
Nope, that's not what you just said, clown. That's not what you just said.
That is what I just said.
Clown, that's not what you just said. And
That is the exact address
the envelope says to mail to, what name did it come from?
Says Joseph Anthony.
Oh, and who did you mail it to? And what address did you mail it to, Jester?
What is your name?
Jester, what address did you mail it to? It's
That's
right
not
there in the
my name,
paperwork.
sir. That's not my name either, sir.
It's right there on the paperwork. So why are you asking me about information when the information is right in front of you?
Well,
You got the information, then you want to play your jester games and commit criminal activities. And you're general counsel for the clerk of courts?
yeah.
You're a criminal, dude. You're a fucking criminal. You're being recorded. You recorded last time. You admitted to being a criminal. You admitted again today to being a criminal through your criminal activities.
Sir, you're wasting
I'm going to say again.
my time.
No, you're wasting my time. I'm going to say again. Send the check back.
I'm only going to send it to Joseph Anthony Rosa.
Well, commit the fraud so I can hold you accountable. That's all. I don't care. Commit the fraud. Because the record shows something different, but you're refusing just to do what the record
You're
says.
welcome to pick it up here. I've made that clear to you.
Am I obligated?
So what's this all about? Anthony Rosa believes that the addresses used by the U.S. Postal Service are fictitious. They're illegal. So somehow he's taken exception to the address that the clerk used to send him back his check. Now, there is a video out there showing Joseph Anthony Rosa arguing with the postal clerk who's trying to give him his mail, and Rosa's denying it because he thinks that if he accepts the mail that he is committing fraud against the federal government. Yeah.
You are the current
No, yo no
resident.
soy un resident.
No?
No, yo no soy de América. Yo no soy citizen. ¿Qué tú estás hablando?
You are the current
No, yo
resident
no
of
soy.
that house.
No, yo no soy resident.
Okay, that's not your house then.
Yo no soy resident. ¿Cómo tú vas a decir que tú no vas a coger
Te estoy
carta?
diciendo, you are the current resident of
Y
that
yo está
house.
diciéndote que yo no soy un resident.
Okay, whatever.
El trabajo tuyo es coger the fucking mail, dickhead.
Que sigan dando. No entiendo.
Obligated to go pick it up over there?
Didn't say that.
You're obligated to mail it back.
I did it.
You?
I sent it.
Oh, you did it?
I did.
Oh, well, you did. I didn't receive it.
Well, that's your problem, sir.
No, it's not
You
my
didn't
problem.
accept
The clerk is now engaging in thievery by keeping money orders.
Sir.
You're stealing money orders.
No,
You're stealing
I'm
money
not.
orders.
It's available. You can come get it.
Mail it back.
I did. I'm not going to
You
waste
didn't
taxpayer money sending
Shut the fuck
postage.
up.
I'm not
You
going to
fucking
send.
clown. You're a clown now, taxpayer
I'm
money.
hanging up now.
Yeah, I'm going to call back, and then I hope I can see someone who's going to help me instead of your jester ass, man. You're a jester.
That's fine.
That's
You're
the fucking
entitled to feel
game.
that way.
That's the attorney game. Jester, word games, bullshit. Fuck you, man. Criminal, you're a criminal. I got it all recorded, and I'm about to put it to YouTube. Since the clerk doesn't want to act in honor, and there is no judge in this case, and the clerk still wants to move forward, I'm going to post the videos to YouTube. I'll call you back when they're ready for viewing. You fucking piece of shit.
What proof can you provide me that your name is not Joseph Anthony Rosa? When that
What
was
proof
all-
can you
everything?
provide me that you're claiming that I'm that motherfucking person?
Well, that's what this case is that you're filing documents into, and we're served in.
And the proof is already in the motherfucking case. If you go into the case, man, I'm trying to calm down right now because I'm cursing too much, and I want this video to go to YouTube, so I'm gonna chill out right now. If you look into the case, on, where was it? On 11/14, notice of appointment to the office of executor of the state known as certain names. That's in the case. That's in the case. So the proof is already there, but the clerk and the attorney playing judge is refusing to act in honor. Refuses to act in honor. Then the clerk doesn't even want to send the check back to the correct address and trying to keep the check by sending it to a false, fictitious name and address in violation of 18 U.S.C. 1342, which is also invokes on your part 18 U.S.C. 1341, frauds and swindles. That's 25 years combined. 25 years combined. And you're the new surety. You are, attorney, jester.
Gee, 25 years in prison is pretty stiff for just mailing somebody his refund check.
You are the new surety. You better find out what's going on, man. You're the new surety. So, again, what happened on these motions? One of you plan on sending the check back to the correct address, to the correct information that was provided. I thought it was David R. Sperman that sent that letter because it came with his name on it. Because you do represent him anyways. So it is like he sent it. But it was you, the jester, who sent it. Fucking him. You're fucking him for your own benefit. Wow, dude, you're fucking something else. You're something else. But now that you admit it on a recording that it was you who sent it, I really appreciate that a lot. Thank you very much. So when are you going to send the check back, and what's going to happen with these motions?
Well, I've told you repeatedly, the motions have been sent to the judge, which is our...
So how can a judge do an order without first reviewing the motions that were put in way before any order that he supposedly gave as a
judge's
judge?
Prerogative when and in what order they review. That's up to
So
them.
he could review them, even though they put in at the beginning of the case.
Yes.
He could review them after the case is done and over with. After he gave his void order, his criminal activity.
No, but he can review them out of order if he chooses to.
Again, he hasn't reviewed none of them at all yet. The case has already been. They already put the writ for possession. So without reviewing none of the motions at all, he gave an order in favor of the plaintiff. How is he a judge when he has failed to do his job?
Anthony Rosa's YouTube channel is GHL24776. He's in prison now, but he left his old YouTube videos up and they're a riot. Like my video and subscribe to my channel.